A very warm welcome from the FFB field in Belmopan, Belize. It is match day 4 in the Concacaf Nations League C. We are in Group B with Turks and Caicos taking on Anguilla. I am Antonio Aquilino. Thank you so much for joining us. A hot, humid evening over in Belize, and we are ready for some football. Two sides looking to keep pace with the team currently in top spot in this Group B, with Belize leading the charge, 9 points from 3 matches played for Belize. Anguilla with 3, and Turks and Caicos still looking to get off the mark. No goal scored for Turks and Caicos heading into this matchup against Anguilla, the second encounter between these two sides in Group B after the meeting that took place on September 4th. On that occasion, Anguilla earning all 3 points thanks to a 2-0 victory with goals scored by Hughes and Carpenter. One of those players is in the starting lineup here this evening for head coach Keith Jeffrey. The other one is not. We'll go into depth on the starting lineups in just a moment as we get closer and closer to kickoff at the FFB field in Belmopan, Belize. Of course, in the Concacaf Nations League C, top spot at the end of the group stage phase earns promotion to League B and advances on to the play-in round of the Gold Cup. Second place earns a possible promotion opportunity to League B and advances on to the play-in round based on a ranking. And the bottom place team secures a spot in League C for the next edition of the Concacaf Nations League. Taking a good look at the fans in attendance here in Belmopan, an evening which sees 80 degrees on the thermostat with about 84% humidity. So a hot evening for football. Good condition, and cardio will be crucial for both these sides as we get closer and closer to kickoff. Everyone waiting for the figure of Ekaterina Konaneva to lead the 22 players on the surface of play here in Belize as the Turks and Caicos look to get off the schneid. 0 points for them after 2 matches played in this Group B. Goal differential of -6. No goal scored. 6 goals allowed. Things must change, and they must change quickly for head coach Aaron Lawrence. 54-year-old Jamaican manager will be in charge of the Turks and Caicos for the 3rd time here this evening as we hear the PA announcer from the ground at the FFB field. Players ready to enter the surface of play here in Belmopan. Step aside now for the playing of the 2 national anthems.
for the national anthem of Anguilla.
The anthems of Turks and Caicos and Anguilla ringing out across the FFB field here in Belize ahead of kickoff. We are ready for football in this match day 4 clash in Group B. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, beginning with Turks and Caicos and head coach Aaron Lawrence. Is a back 5 with a midfield 3 behind Martin and Forbes. Florent gets the start in goal, his second appearance with the national team at just 17 years of age. What a story he is. A team which has a mix of youth and experience. Emmanuel Martin has the number 10 on his back here this evening. Also, just 17 years of age for Turks and Caicos. Here's a good look at the match officials for this evening's game. Team from the United States, led by referee Ekaterina Koroleva. As the two captains meet in midfield, Billy Forbes for Turks and Caicos and Jermaine Hughes for Anguilla. Let's take a look at the starting 11 for head coach Keith Jeffrey and Anguilla. Back 5, the team in white here this evening. Fleming leads the attack with Shiplo, Duncan Hughes and Connor just in behind. The defensive looking lineups for these two managers. We'll see how this match begins. Which side will push forward the opening stages of the game, and which side will be happy to absorb pressure and try and strike on the break. These two sides ranked number 206 and 209 in the world according to the FIFA World Rankings. Turks and Caicos a slight edge comes to the rankings heading into tonight's game, ahead of their rivals by just 3 spots in rankings according to Footballing Federation, which controls rankings worldwide. Here's a good look at Emmanuel Martin. A lot is expected of the 17-year-old as we are just moments away from the first half kickoff. The ball rolls at the FFB field in Belmopan, Belize. It is match day 4 in the Concacaf Nations League C Group B action, with Turks and Caicos taking on Anguilla. I am Antonio Aquilino. Thank you so much for joining us. Immediately on the front foot, Anguilla looking to build on the near side. It will be Anguilla ball as Mike Bryant's cross reflecting off an opponent and out. First corner kick opportunity of the match. It will be Kane Connor to take the 20-year-old. The right-footed delivery will be an in-swinger towards Florent's goal. The 17-year-old netminder in between the sticks for Turks and Caicos here today, near post. Struggling to clear the danger away initially. It will be another set-piece opportunity from the corner flag for Kane Connor. A lot more height on this ball, and Florent had to come out to punch it away, struggling to deal with it now. Turks and Caicos surging forward. It was a struggle to clear the ball outside of the box initially for the team in blue here this evening. Attacking from left to right, Turks and Caicos in this opening half of play. Anguilla attacking from right to left. And you can see the long flowing hair of Aiden Shiplow, the 33-year-old Roaring Lions midfielder. Won't find any better hairstyles than that anywhere in world football these days. Caicos on the near side, the ball forward. It's a good one to find Forbes. Get a ball in, allowing it to bounce, and Turks and Caicos take the lead. 3 minutes in, Emmanuel Martin strikes the 17-year-old with a dream start to this match. Anguilla turning off at the back. No one getting in the way of Forbes crossing the box, allowing it to roll all the way to Martin, who says, "Thank you very much. How about that for a start?" Turks and Caicos, their first goal in this Group B. And it's the 17-year-old Emmanuel Martin of Academy Eagles to score it. So a dream start to the match for Aaron Lawrence and Turks and Caicos. Not even 5 minutes in and already on the board. The onus is now on Anguilla to try and react after going down. Looked very confident these early stages. Turks and Caicos, they certainly do not look like a team which has failed to score a single goal in their opening 2 games in this Group B. Shiplo's ball out wide. Trying to gather themselves now, Anguilla, and react after going down. Martin unable to keep the ball in. Will be throw-in for Anguilla. Reverse fixture between these two sides. It's played back on September 4th. That occasion, Anguilla securing all 3 points thanks to a 2-0 victory. Both goals coming in the second half. Hughes in the 57th minute and Carpenter getting the second goal of the game in the 74th minute. Now behind the 8 ball early on. Martin breaking the deadlock early for the Turks and Caicos. Here's Brian. ball forward was intended for Antonio Fleming. Able to reach it. Attacking midfielder. Playing out wide on the right here this evening. Throwing on the far side for Cravul. Here for the teenager between the sticks for Turks and Caicos. Peterson, St. Florent called into action not even 2 minutes in here this evening with a couple of corner kicks to defend from the near side. Managed to punch one away rather well, but also struggled to deal with the subsequent rebound. As Anguilla looked to threaten, crossing the box. Cleared away, but headed back in to the danger zone by Shiplo. Taking any risks that time, the Turks and Caicos back line. Back helping was Beljour. Taken quickly by Connor. Numbers in midfield make it difficult for Anguilla whenever they are in possession. Here is Connor. 20-year-old was looking for the cross-field switch in the direction of Francis. 18-year-old just enough to secure the throw-in on the far side. 8 minutes gone at the FFB field in Belmopan, Belize. It is Turks and Caicos 1, Anguilla 0. Manuel Martin getting the game's opening goal 3 minutes in. Shiplo plays it back. Make Bryan. Connor getting involved in the build-up, but heavy touch from the midfielder, allowing Turks and Caicos to get back in possession. Like Bryan, his header failing to find a teammate. Put under the fire early on, the 21-year-old Like Bryan by Forbes' run forward on this near side. Veteran. And the captain's armband for Turks and Caicos, managing to find his teammate in the box. The game's opening goal. Questions have to be asked about the man marking in the area that time from the Anguilla defenders. No one making a play on the ball. No one getting in the way. They just allowed it to roll all the way to Manuel Martin, who said thank you very much before dispatching the ball in the back of the net. Just flying in, and referee Katerina Koroleva for the free kick in favor of Anguilla. Antonio Fleming fouled that time. Turks and Caicos, everyone back in their own half to defend with Anguilla in possession. The cross in the box, headed away. those long vertical balls forward. Anguilla, certainly an option on the near side. Like Brian asking for the cross arrives in the area. On the bounce, Florent makes the grab. Contact there, and the free kick is whistled against Francis, who was dealing with Emmanuel Martin. The shove in the back that sent game's lone goal scorer flying to the ground. It will be a free kick from Prime Real Estate for the Turks and Caicos here. Setting the ball down with care. Junior Paul, 23-year-old, try and find a teammate in the box. Aerial weapons up the pitch for Turks and Caicos as the ball is swung in the box. Look out, very nearly an own goal there as Jelani Lawrence had to be on high alert. Danger coming his way from a teammate there. Not sure who it was. Played the ball back. Risky maneuver. Shiplo touched to get rid of the ball before the opponent was able to close him down. Shiplo gives it away in midfield. Beljor. Forbes on his left. Two players on Forbes, but he keeps his cool. Manages to get away from them both. Looks very comfortable on the ball early on. Billy Forbes, the 33-year-old forward, plays his club football for Valor FC. Shiplo plays it back. Mike Bryan. Ball forward in space to find Connor. There's Owen. Francis. Back to Owen. Shiplo. Shiplo spots the movement from Lake Bryan. An opportunity for the left back to run at his opponent. Some good work from Lake Bryan. Can he get a ball in? On the same page with Connor that time. Yeah, back in possession. Bryan's cross easily dealt with. Turks and Caicos back line. Shiplo heads it forward. Chasing the ball down and getting lucky. Antonio Fleming, and he will secure the free kick. Some great hustle from Antonio Fleming. Not giving up on that ball as it struck the corner flag. Stayed in play. Committing the foul was Clairville on that far side for Turks and Caicos, and now a good opportunity for Anguilla to threaten. 20-year-old Kane Connor standing over this possible opportunity. Duncan, Owen, Antonio Fleming, all waiting for a ball to attack in the box. Plenty of traffic in front of Florent, the swinger. It's dealt with well by Turks and Caicos. Now an opportunity to maybe create on the break. Aaron Lawrence and his coaching staff must be happy with this start to the game for their side. Turks and Caicos managing to take advantage of the early opportunity, catch Anguilla by surprise. Since then, been happy just to sit back, absorb pressure. Just wait for an opportunity to strike on the break, taking advantage of mistakes at the back like that. With too much pace for Fleming Franco. Throw in for the Turks and Caicos. This is actually going to be a free kick in favor of the Turks and Caicos. Swung in the box, a good delivery, the glancing header. Attempted by Billy Forbes. Coming out of his six, but getting nowhere near the ball that time. Jelani Lawrence. Anguilla lucky not to be down 2 goals in the opening 18 minutes. As the header goes just wide. Another ball crossed in the area, this one over the head of everyone and directly out for a goal kick. Blake Bryan moves it forward. Looking to get involved. Hughes there. Leading this attack. Anguilla, haven't said his name much there. He is doing some good work off the ball, winning back possession for Connor. Tracking back, winning the ball cleanly. Jetson. This whistle to go against Forbes. Does not agree with the decision from Ekaterina Koroleva. Shot to the ribs. That time was Son Fabian. This player up the pitch for Turks and Caicos is Billy Forbes. He's the player that the leader on and off the pitch for head coach Aaron Lawrence. Martin asked to track back here. Yeah, look to create an opportunity to go level in this game. Connor, the ball forward, the shot deflected, out for a throw-in. Son Fabian getting involved. A lot of contact on the far side, and just now whistle comes to put some order. Francis, the player who went to ground, the 18-year-old, was looking for a free kick. Decision going the other way in favor of the Turks and Caicos. Over in Group A of League C, Barbados sit in first with 9 points from 3 games played, ahead of Bahamas and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Those two teams tied with a single point. In Group C, St. Kitts and Nevis with 9 points from 3 games. They lead the charge there, with the Cayman Islands in second with 6 points, and the British Virgin Islands in third with 0. Chipped ahead. Connor waiting for an opportunity. Ball never arriving his way. Brian not taking any chances there. Junior Paul was applying the pressure on the Anguilla left back. Lahoch, Keith Jeffrey, over to the referee. Agreeing with that decision, with the ball returning Gilla's way. Connor, Brangilla, to Shiplo. Francis making himself an option on the far side. Turks Caicos closing down the space well. Ball forward. A good one for Paul to attack. Look out, Paul in the box, and that is a perfectly timed challenge by Lake Brian. Crossing the midfield. Johnson. Shooting opportunity. Ball skied over the top of Lawrence's goal. His chances that time, Beljour.
7, stay out, okay? Okay, please, Gordon.
25 minutes gone in this opening half at the FFB field in Belize. It is Turks and Caicos 1, Anguilla 0. Manuel Martin's goal. Third minute, the difference so far between these two sides. What has been an entertaining game of football. Anguilla looking to respond after going down, but Turks and Caicos back line has played incredibly well so far in this match. And up front, Billy Forbes has been an absolute impact player. Chipped in the area, some brave goalkeeping from Jelani Lawrence. Came out with a lot of traffic in front of him, knew that he was going to take a shot, trying to get to this ball. Anguilla with a chance now, contact from behind, no penalty, says Ekaterina Koroleva. Controversial moment in the match, 27 minutes in. Anguilla players going over to the referee, looking for answers. Shiplo cannot believe it. Let's take another look. It's tough to tell from that single replay. Clerville back defending. Playing with fire. There is no VAR at this stage of the Concacaf Nations League, so decisions on the field are final, and Ekaterina Koroleva made her decision there. Here the bench for Anguilla up in arms. We're certain that the contact was enough to warrant a penalty there. Fabian loses it. Contact and a foul whistled in favor of Anguilla. Major culprit. His best to try and get around his man. Just fouling Franco in the process. Lawrence to Franco. Long ball forward from Franco is a good one. Fabienne. Connor with the shot! Very nearly getting an equalizer in style. Kane Connor allowing the ball to roll and then unleashing an absolute missile. Near post, Florence was scrambling. Had that been on target, not sure the 17-year-old would have been able to keep it out. By far the best chance of the game for Anguilla, and now Turks and Caicos looking to respond. The offside flag putting a halt. So it looked like a promising maneuver forward. Jour, player over the last line of defense. 30 minutes gone. Starting to approach the final stage of this opening half of play. That's a poor ball from Lawrence. Able to take advantage. Junior Paul, heavy touch from the midfielder. Allowed Lake Bryant to get back in position in front of his opponent. The ball at his feet. Much better from Lawrence this time. Owen. Shiplo trips from behind. It's going to be a free kick in favor of Anguilla. Controls contact on the edge of the box, and that's going to be a free kick. in favor of Anguilla. Antonio Fleming going down. Edson just crashing into Antonio Fleming from behind. This is a promising opportunity for Anguilla. So this is about 19 yards out from Peterson St. Florent's goal. 17-year-old keeper is going to have to set up his wall well in this sort of distance. Anguilla can take advantage of their opportunity. This could be a 1-1 game heading into the halftime break. It will be Kane Connor to take. And the wall does its job for the Turks and Caicos. Struck that one with confidence, Connor. See from his reaction that he liked his odds. Corner kick taken short. Connor gets it back. A dangerous ball in the box. And will be another corner kick from the near side. Shiplo, closest player to it that time for Anguilla. In-swinger from Kane Connor, near post. Struggling to clear the ball away. Turks and Caicos, and another foul committed. This one by Junior Paul on Kane Connor. Another free kick opportunity for Anguilla. Lancing header, unable to be kept out for a corner. Another chance for Anguilla. Pressure mounting on the Turks and Caicos back line. This one taken short, and the ball never making it to the box. Mike Bryan fighting for it, but the last touch ultimately coming off of the Anguilla left back. Disappointing the way that Anguilla managed to create opportunity from all of those set-piece opportunities. Unable to take advantage. Turks and Caicos try and gather themselves these final 10 minutes of the opening half. Cullen Park, long ball forward. Controlled by Paul, turns. There's no one there to take advantage. His ball squared in the area. Shiplo plays it forward. Antonio Fleming stopped in his tracks. Turks Caicos looking to create one final chance in this opening half to maybe double their advantage. The cross from Martin is intercepted. Now Francis, his ball forward. Settled by Hughes, look out, Anguilla looking to equalize. And Florent had to come up with an important stop. Good ball played forward by Fabien to find Antonio Fleming. Florent did well not to allow a rebound to spill over to his opponents. End-to-end action now. This match has been so entertaining. Both sides unafraid to venture forward and attack. Anguilla must as they face a 1-0 deficit. Turks and Caicos, they have shown that they do indeed have the quality to create on the break. As Lake Bryan goes down. Foul, says referee Ekaterina Korelova of the United States. No particular rush now. Peterson is saying Florent. 17-year-old keeper called into action a couple of times in this opening half, and that number could very well go up as Anguilla looked to create. Also in the box is a disappointing one. On the far side, Connor trying to get involved. Drifting over to the right. His position is much more central. Just in behind the Hughes. Shiplow wins it in the air. Francis. Ball forward from the right back. Falls kindly. Connor. Out wide. Shooting opportunity opening up from a tight angle. Looking to beat Florent near post was Ipinson Fabien. Quick first step. Allowed him to get away from Gideon. Strike was all over the place. 5 minutes left in the opening half of play. Turks and Caicos with the slimmest of leads as they are in front against Anguilla. Next to the goal scored by Emmanuel Martin in the 3rd minute of play. Lake Bryan. Fabien plays it back. Franco. Lake Bryan has to stretch. Ball bounces out. It will be a throw-in for Turks and Caicos. Connor tripped over. Foul goes the number 10's way. Right in front of the 2 benches. And Lawrence certainly be a happy man if his side manage to go into the halftime break up 1-0. Offensively, they have been stout. They've been difficult to beat so far in this match. Still plenty of time left for Anguilla. What can they do here? Franco standing over the ball. It will be a long one into the box. Forward, Franco. Advanced position for the center back. Here's Shiplo. He's looking to thread the needle and find Connor in space. Break goes nowhere for Turks and Caicos. All hands on deck now. Trying to get to the halftime break. Up a goal to nil. Martin will see this ball out. Gideon's throw in. It is a poor clearance. Allowing Anguilla to get on the ball in Turks and Caicos half. Luisi. First real mistake of his evening there. Asking for it in midfield, Park. Was ignored that time by Bonjour. Just over a minute left in this opening half of play. Gila looked to create one final opportunity to equalize heading into the halftime break. Owen. Franco. Long ball forward, allowed to bounce, but there's no one there. Take advantage for Anguilla. That's very well may be it for the opening half of play. Peterson, St. Florent makes his way for the ball. As the last few seconds come off the clock here. Katerina Koroleva inviting the teenager to hurry up with the proceedings. Forbes gets away from his man. Still with it, Forbes. It's brought down, and that is going to be a free kick in favor of Turks and Caicos. Just 1 minute of first half stoppage time given by the referee's fourth official. It's been so good in this opening half. Billy Forbes, difficult to dispossess, always in control. The ball at his feet. Been unable to deal with him at the back, Anguilla. 20 seconds left. This is surely going to be the last sequence of this opening half of play. Forbes looks to take a free kick. Forbes on target! And the save made by Jelani Lawrence. And there is the halftime whistle from Katerina Koroleva. 45 minutes in the books at the FFB field in Belmopan, Belize. Turks and Caicos will go into the halftime break up a goal to nil, very nearly A second goal there, but the save made by Lawrence. Anguilla with some work to do in the second half as they face one goal deficit at the break. Stay with us. We'll recap the best action from the opening 45 in just a moment. Welcome back to the FFB field in Belize, where we are just moments away from the start of the second half between Turks and Caicos and Anguilla. A change to note immediately at the start of the second half as Anguilla will bring on the number 11, Tamarcus Connor, off of the bench. So forward from the Spartans FC is on the pitch to start the second half for head coach Keith Jeffrey. Final checks now from referee Katerina Koroneva ahead of the start of the second half. The ball rolls at the FFB field in Belmopan for the start of the second half.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Substitution for the team Anguilla. Leaving the game number 15.
Confirmation that the player coming off for Connor is indeed Marley Gippenson Fabienne. So change on the front line for Keith Jeffrey and Anguilla. See what impact that makes in this second half. Anguilla have been improving as the half wore on. We're gathering important momentum just before the halftime whistle. It'll be interesting to see if that carries over in this second half as Turks and Caicos immediately on the front foot. Similar script to what we saw to start the match. Playing with a lot of confidence under Aaron Lawrence, his third match in charge of Turks and Caicos, the 54-year-old Jamaican manager. Looking to get involved, Connor. Ball failing to reach the substitute, playing out wide on the right. Clairville. Wide, the build-up on the near side. Heavy touch from Forbes. Still in possession, Turks and Caicos. Martin out wide. To go 1-on-2 right down the middle and somehow managing to do so, Beljour. 1-2 on the flank, an opportunity for Turks and Caicos, desperate defending in the area. And a crucial clearance made by Aidan Shiplow there. Beljour playing with a lot of confidence. Very nearly getting in front of goal. Corner kick now for Turks and Caicos. Forbes to take. Swinger allowed to bounce in the box. The header failing to clear it to Anguilla. And now Shiplow manages to play the ball out of his own box. Dangerous sequence for Anguilla, very nearly caught there. Mike Bryan is going to wait for his teammates to venture forward. He now takes the throw in. Connor unable to cross in. Down with the clearance. Forbes out wide is so difficult to dispossess. He gets another cross in, allowed to bounce. And the shot is taken a first time by Belgium. Oh, disappointing effort from the 26-year-old. Once again, Forbes creating all sorts of troubles for the Anguilla back line. Almost a carbon copy sequence of the game's opening goal in the 3rd minute, when it was Emmanuel Martin who scored. This one a bit more difficult for Belgium, but he had a chance to get second for Turks and Caicos. Just unable to keep his effort low. Park, a good turn in midfield. He's fouled from behind. Frustrated body language evident from the 20-year-old Kane Connor. He's involved plenty for Anguilla in that opening half of play, just was unable to make the difference. See if that changes in this second half, but at the moment, Anguilla are on the back foot. Turks and Caicos playing with a lot of confidence. Crossfield switch finds Francis. Ball will remain with Anguilla as Clerville lays the ball out for a throw-in. Long throw-in in the box. Connor controls. Now wide to Francis. That's going to be a sequence to forget for Francis. Trying to do too much. Ultimately just playing the ball out. Disappointingly. Here's Owen. Franco. Connor. Francis. Good ball played forward, the header down, an opportunity for Anguilla to equalize. And the shot is put up and over the bar. What a chance for Connor. The substitute found beautifully in space by Hughes. He's able to get around his defender, but then that finish is one that he'll want to soon forget. Tried to go up and over Florent. Ball never came down in time. Player down now for Turks and Caicos. Medical staff called on to the pitch. Referee Katerina Koroleva. As the activity has picked up for head coach Aaron Lawrence when it comes to his substitutes. Intensifying the warm-ups. Now getting back up to his feet and seeing Gideon, the 18-year-old center back,
Over here, around.
taking a shot there from Connor. We'll see in next few moments if Gideon will be able to continue on in this match, or if Turks and Caicos are going to have to make the first substitution of the game. Francis plays it over to Shiplo. Shiplo gives it away in midfield. The run could be on here. No one there in support of Beljour. Attacking midfielder doing just enough to secure the throw in from that far side of the pitch. They have shown that they have what it takes to cause problems to this Anguilla defense on the break, Turks and Caicos. Now have a throw in to work with as the opening 10 minutes of the second half have already gone. A long throw in the box, the header played forward but run into the gloves of Jelani Lawrence. Pressure being applied by Antonio Fleming. I'll make that Connor. Hear the screams from the Anguilla bench. These two managers very vocal with what they are looking for from their respective sides. Turks and Caicos had 0 points and 0 goals scored heading into this match. As it currently stands, they would go up to 3 points in the group, which would bring them level in the table with Anguilla. Their first goal scored by the 17-year-old Emmanuel Martin. His first goal in Turks and Caicos colors. This is going to be a free kick in favor of Anguilla. Paul receiving talking to from Katerina Koroleva. As like Brian, this player fouled. Ball out wide, finds Connor. Shot taken first time, and Anguilla equalize. What a hit, what a finish. Lamar Carpenter brings Anguilla level with a sensational goal from way outside the box. The skill, the technique, the power, it was all there for Carpenter. As Keith Jeffrey will go to his bench and bring on Smains. Here's another look at the goal. What an absolutely incredible finish from Lamar Carpenter in off the bench and immediately making an impact for Anguilla. 59 minutes in at the FFB field. It is Turks and Caicos 1, Anguilla 1.
Goal score in the 58 minutes of the game.
Now looking to respond, Turks and Caicos. As it truly took something special to get Anguilla on the board. And boy, did Lamar Carpenter come through for head coach Keith Jeffrey. 50-year-old boss from Trinidad and Tobago, managing his 8th game in charge of Anguilla here today and making all the right moves to start the second half. Shot taken with so much power and placed so well that Peterson Saint Florence could do very little in goal for Turks and Caicos, and Anguilla looking for more here. Florence quick to come out of his 6 and make that claim on the ground. Foul's going to be whistled against Edan Shiplo. No yellow cards yet here today, but that is going to change right here. As Ekaterina Korelova goes to her booklet and pulls out first yellow card of the match in the direction of Edan Shiplo, 33-year-old. Who's the first player cautioned here tonight. Swung in the box, claimed by Jelani Lawrence. Park skips past a couple of players before being brought down from behind. So important to everything that Turks and Caicos want to do in midfield. Alan Park, very composed on the ball. He's not going to beat you with his pace, but his vision, his intelligence in midfield, very important. Making Turks and Caicos tick. Also never afraid to stick his boot in. Carpenter is going to get his cross in the box. No one there to meet it. Apologize for terms that might be overheard coming from the two benches. Hear the displeasure from Keith Jeffrey and his staff. about no one being available in the area to take advantage of Carpenter's dangerous ball in the area. Want to pack the box with the blue and white kits, Anguilla. They now have the offensive options they need to take advantage of those high crosses in the box. It does indeed look like Turks and Caicos did feel the impact of that equalizer scored by Lamar Carpenter with one of his first touches of the match since coming in off the bench. Francis wins it back cleanly in midfield. Now wide. Francis settles. They're going to force the play. Find Connor right beside him. Good ball from Connor down the middle. Anguilla now finding the spaces that weren't there in the opening half of play. Connor back to Brian. Brian is going to pull it back. Still with it, Lake Brian. Manages to get a cross in now, struggling to clear it away. Turks and Caicos, an opportunity for Anguilla. And Florent ultimately sees the ball bounce his way. Shaky bit of defending here from Turks and Caicos. Anguilla unable to take advantage of the situation with Hughes and Carpenter. Foul there as the 50-50 involving Shiplo goes Anguilla's way. Has to be careful. He's already on a yellow card here this evening, Aidan Shiplo. As this break and play will allow Turks and Caicos to go to their bench for the first time here this evening, coming on with the number 19, Idaline Gardiner.
Your attention please, ladies and gentlemen, substitution for the team Turks and Caicos Islands in the...
Coming off with the number 14, Gideon suffered that injury early in the second half and don't think he ever quite recovered from it. That's a big loss at the back for Aaron Lawrence and Turks and Caicos. Gardiner, midfielder, we'll see where he lines up in this 11. If he'll go on to take the place of Gideon at the back, or if he'll play a bit further up and someone else will drop back, such as Park. Certainly has the quality, experience to do exactly that. Francis still on the ball, so strong, difficult to dispossess. It's a good ball forward. A lot of numbers in attack. Anguilla unable to do much with that on that occasion. Here's Forbes. Skips past Shiplo. Turks and Caicos looking to build the through ball down the middle. It's just out of the reach of Emmanuel Martin. Connor settles well. No foul. So going to ground that time was Paul. Park dispossessed cleanly. Here's Shiplo. That's a disappointing pass from Madan Shiplo, the 33-year-old. And plenty of options, and now Turks and Caicos on the front foot. Excellent defending initially, but the ball given right back. Turks and Caicos, Anguilla playing with fire. Connor, his ball forward, finds Connor. Shoulder to shoulder. Referee's gonna allow that to stand. Paul. Ball sent up the pitch by Gardiner. Francis. Clean challenge from Paul in midfield. Now Forbes. The referee is going to call the play back. And yellow card Francis. It was a 3-on-3 situation, but this is going to be a double yellow, as Paul will also be cautioned here by Ekaterina Koreleva. Double whistle. The foul in favor of Anguilla. Less than 20 minutes left. That's the FFB field in Belize. It is 1-1 between Turks and Caicos and Anguilla.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 20.
We get 19 minutes left.
From Team Anguilla, Yolanda Francis. And also, yellow card issued to from Turks and Caicos Islands. Number 17. Junior Paul.
Long ball forward, hoping to find Carpenter.
67 minutes of the game. The 70 minutes of the game. Sorry.
Challenges have picked up these final couple of minutes, as has the intensity from Anguilla. Confirmation of the yellow card for Connor. Forbes gets away from his man. Here's Park. It's going to be a foul whistled against the Turks and Caicos midfielder, and a yellow card as well. Chose to keep her cards in her pockets in the opening half of play, Katerina Koroleva, but they have certainly come out in this second half as the intensity of the game has picked up. Has to do a good job at keeping control of the situation. Not allow tempers to flare.
Ladies and gentlemen, yellow card issued to number player 20, Salud Park from Team Turks and Caicos Islands in the 73 minutes of the game.
Good step up from Gardiner. made a good impact since coming on. Luisi, room for him to maneuver forward. Ball played into no man's land. Easily dealt with by Jelani Lawrence. Three players up. We're going to force Lawrence to play the ball long. Now Turks and Caicos can get back in possession. Forbes was looking to get around his man. It was just enough to secure the corner as Owen, last player to touch the sphere as it rolled out. Set piece opportunity from the far side. Can Turks and Caicos take advantage of it? Billy Forbes to take. He already has one assist in this game. The delivery is a good one. Lawrence with a strong pair of gloves to hold on to the ball. Now a 2-on-2 situation on the goal kick. Look out. Shot comes in from distance. Trying to replicate the earlier magic from his teammate Connor. The result is certainly different. Ball ending up out of play. Challenge from behind. Forces the last touch to come off of Turks and Caicos player. Two sides exchanging corner kick opportunities here. As Letson was the last player to touch ball that time. Reaching the final stages of the match. Goal here could go a long way in securing all 3 points for both these sides as Jared Smens takes the set piece. He takes it low and hard. A set piece which was practiced on the training ground. Strike from Connor was blocked. Now Francis. Lake Bryan all the way back to Lawrence. Owen. Ball headed out. Defensive header by Clairville. Francis. Connor. Going one-on-one and skipping past his man. Garner was there to make a play on the ball, and now the ball forward in the direction of Forbes. Forbes squares it in, an opportunity for Turks and Caicos. Lawrence coming up with a massive stop. One-on-one opportunity with just the goalkeeper to beat. And Lawrence able to come up with the save of the match. Anguilla so close to giving up the lead once again. That's uncalled for the foul. So he cannot believe that decision from the referee. Looking to get the ball back in play quickly. Anguilla, and that will be a yellow card for Letson, just talking his way into the referee's booklet that time, the center back. Player down for Anguilla. Here's another look at the opportunity. The ball squared into the box. Garner was there to meet it. First time hit from the substitute right down the middle. Lawrence still had a lot of work to do to keep that ball out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Boy,
the
did he
substitute
do well.
player number 6, plays from 0, complete PCA in number 79 minutes of the game.
Owen take the free kick long into the box. Header from Francis, looping up and over. Florent's goal. Looked like the teenager had it covered. So we have reached the 80th minute of play. 1-1 between Turks and Caicos and Anguilla. Shiplo over to Carpenter. Lake Bryan. Patient build up from Anguilla. Crossing the box. Too close to Florent. Makes the confident catch. Throw in taken quickly by Smains. Francis is crossing the box, having to stretch and sprint forward. Florent ultimately able to get there before his opponent. Now Turks and Caicos with numbers forward. Forbes, first time he's been dispossessed here this evening. Look how shooting opportunity. About 20 yards out, right down Broadway. Florent was never going to have troubles making the save there. Park gives it away. Tired legs now showing themselves for Turks and Caicos. And a short bench does not help if you are Aaron Lawrence. Martin trying to find Forbes out wide. Shiplo gets it back. Here's Connor. Over to Francis. A couple of options in the box. Once again, Florent, some confident goalkeeping. Forbes, his long ball forward. He's looking for Gardner. Defending Owen. And Lawrence will come for it. Out wide, Francis. His ball in over the head of everyone and directly out of play. Disappointing there from the 18-year-old. He's done a lot of running on this right flank all evening long. Quality of the deliveries simply hasn't been there, and now Smains will come off. Surprising decision there, as Smains was one of the substitutes in the second half for Anguilla. Coming in for him, Millington, defender, so looking for some extra safety at the back, head coach Keith Jeffrey.
There are definitely, ladies and gentlemen, substitution for the team Anguilla in the third minute. Leaving the game, number 40, Jared Sims, entering the game. Number 4 entering.
Player down here for Anguilla. Looks like it's Lake Bryan struggling to get back up to his feet. Left back has been ever present in this match, venturing forward, making himself available every single time for Anguilla here this evening. Just now manages to shake off the knock as Turks Caicos will go to the bench. That will be it for Emmanuel Martin, the 17-year-old. Found the back of the net early in the 3rd minute, put his side in front, and his match will end after 85 minutes of good football coming on for him. Anios Jean.
In the 86th minute of the game.
A little over 5 minutes left in the match. It's winning time here. Both sides chasing Belize in Group B, who have 9 points in 3 games played. Turks Caicos looking for their first point in Group B after losing their opening 2 games, being outscored 6-0 in the process. To make amends from that opening fixture between these two sides back on September 4th, which saw Anguilla secure 3 points with a 2-0 scoreline. Much different story here this evening in Belmopan. Taking a look at what's ahead for these sides. Turks Caicos will be back on the field on October 15th at this very ground to take on Belize. That matchup will kick off at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Can they get points here ahead of that big game against the team currently in first place in this group? Ball rolls out for a goal kick. Point here would allow Anguilla to maintain their 3-point advantage over the Turks Caicos. That matchup is going to be followed closely by Anguilla in just 3 days to see how Belize look and to see if Turks Caicos manage an upset, which would bring them level in the table with Anguilla. Very nearly given away at the back. Jean, the risky ball forward. Francis has room to cross. Once again, float on to positioning himself well to make the grab. Now Park. Forbes gets away from his man. He has an option to his left. Still with it. Forbes! On target. Lawrence making the stop. He had options, but Forbes wanted to go for goal himself that time. He's been so unselfish here this evening. On the opposite end now, Anguilla looking for the winner. Shot from outside the box is deflected out. It will be a corner. Final stage of the match. A mistake or a moment of magic here could decide this game at this stage. Lawrence did well to keep that ball in front of him and not allow a rebound to spill. with many Turks and Caicos players in his box. Jean set up near post. Connor to take. Outswinger in the box. Misread by the keeper, cleared off the line. Inches away from the match winner, Anguilla. Florent mistiming his claim and leaving the goal completely open. Unlucky that time, Anguilla, not to take the lead for the first time here tonight. Owen secures the ball in the back. As we have reached the 90th at the FFB field. Substitution for Turks and Caicos. Aaron Lawrence goes to his bench. That will be it for Park. Coming on for him, Saintilus. Also coming on for Anguilla, to number 13, Calvin Morgan. Here's another look at the previous chance and the save off the line from Jean, the substitute, with a goal-saving clearance. What awareness from him to get off of his near post, which he was covering on the set piece, and make the clearance off the line. Certainly the moment of the match up until now. The awareness was truly something else there from the substitute. Long ball forward is blocked. Turks and Caicos, can they go on and secure a winner here? Forbes in the box. Forbes unable to get away from his man. He now gets a cross in, cleared away by Shiplo. Whipped back in the area. Chested down, and it's going to be a penalty. Incredible. The decision coming from Ekaterina Koreleva. The penalty is whistled in favor of the Turks and Caicos in the 92nd minute. What a drama. What a moment. Millington commits the foul in the box as he lunges into his man, trying to win the ball in the air. And the referee had no doubts in her mind as she points to the spot. What a sequence here. Here's another look at the play. Paul going for that ball. And the reckless defending. And a penalty in favor of Turks and Caicos. They entered this game with 0 points and 0 goals scored in 2 matches. They got off the schneid thanks to Emmanuel Martin's goal early on, and they can now snatch all 3 points right at the death. It will be Jerome Letzin from the spot. to win it for the Turks and Caicos. The whistle from the referee. Let's on! And the Turks and Caicos go back in front in the 4th minute of second half stoppage time. A 25-year-old with ice in his veins as he beats Lawrence from the spot to secure the 3 points for the Turks and Caicos. What a penalty. Low, hard in the bottom corner. To the right of Lawrence. Rooted to the spot. The 41-year-old goalkeeper. He was never going to keep that one out. Now, just over 20 seconds for Anguilla to try and find an equalizer. In his 3rd match in charge of Turks and Caicos, Aaron Lawrence is just seconds away from leading his side to its first victory in this Group B. They were outscored 6-0 in their opening matches. Well, that has not been the case here tonight. Solid at the back, lethal in front of goal. Up 2-1 with just seconds left on the clock. All eyes now are on the referee, Ekaterina Koreleva. How much time is she going to add on here? Looking to hold on to the ball now, the Turks and Caicos. Ball played forward. There's no one there wearing blue. Anguilla, desperate ball forward. That's gonna be a foul whistled against Anguilla. That very well might be it. Now into the 7th minute of second half stoppage time. Still no final whistle. It'll be a throw in for Turks and Caicos from that far side of the pitch. Looking to get the ball to that corner flag. Throw in directly out of play. That's being retaken, the same exact spot. Now inside of the 8th minute of second half stoppage time. Ekaterina Korelova is going to allow for play to continue on. And there is the full-time whistle. The game-winning goal scored in the 94th minute by Jerome Letson, the difference, as Turks and Caicos defeat Anguilla by 2-1 in a dramatic match of football. Incredible scenes from the FFB field. Your final scoreline, Turks and Caicos 2, Anguilla 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score is Turks and Caicos Island 2, Anguilla 1. coming to the 2024-2025 Concacaf Nation League at the Stadium Anguilla, Trinidad. Please arrive home safely.
Let's take a look at the full-time highlights from this incredibly dramatic match of football from Belize. Early on, Turks and Caicos managing to take the lead thanks to Emmanuel Martin. Great work done on that near side by Billy Forbes across in the box. Not met by anyone. And Emmanuel Martin, the 17-year-old, manages to convert his opportunity for his first goal representing Turks and Caicos. A couple of good opportunities to close out the opening half for Turks and Caicos. Forbes' free kick is saved well by Jelani Lawrence, and it would be Turks and Caicos 1, Anguilla 0 heading into the halftime break. In the second half, a brilliant chance here squandered by Belajur. The equalizer would come in the 59th minute. Carpenter with an absolutely sensational hit from outside the box. What a goal to pull Anguilla level. Final stages of the match, you would see both sides pushing forward, looking for the game-winning goal. An incredible goal line clearance from Jean kept the result at 1-1. Entering the dying stages of the match, Forbes was doing everything he could to drag his side to 3 points. This would be the save off the line by Jean, and then into second half stoppage time we go. The foul in the box, the penalty given in favor of Turks and Caicos, and it would be Letson who would step up and finish from the spot, beating Lawrence to secure all 3 points for the Turks and Caicos, their first points in this Group B. A dramatic match of football as we take a look at the full match stats. Both sides combining for 24 total attempts, 10 of those on target, 6 yellow cards handed out by referee Korelova. All of those coming in the second half as Turks and Caicos secure their first points in this Concacaf Nations League C Group B as they defeat Anguilla by 2-1. Thank you so much for watching. From Antonio Aquilino, arrivederci.